Hello and welcome back, I'm Sean, and today we're checking out OpenRock's latest highly spec open-ear hook style earbuds for all your workout needs and to see if they are any good. So let's check it out. So the first thing that I like about these earbuds is definitely the technology that you get with these earbuds. So the OpenRock S2 comes with a Bluetooth 6 technology that supports LDAC, AAC and SBC's codec, which makes these earbuds high-res audio wireless support. And speaking of tech, these earbuds also comes with a multi-point support so you can connect this to your phone as well as your laptop at all the time. And on top of that, I like the battery life that you get with these earbuds, and you're going to get 8 hours per charge and 24 additional hours with the case, giving you a total of 32 hours of playback time. You also get a quick charge feature for 5 minutes and you get 1 hour of use. And I also like the fact that this earbuds is controlled using a button control rather than a touch sensor surface, which could be quite fiddly for an earbuds like that. So a button is a better option for me. You also get a nice IPX5 water resistant rating, so you can be quite confident when you're using these earbuds in the gym, especially for your workouts, or even if you want to run outside in the rain, these earbuds got you covered. And speaking of running, and thanks to the open ear design, you will be able to hear your environments quite clearly, especially when running with this outside when there's a lot of cars around you. So one area that I think these earbuds could be better is to improve the fit of the earbuds. The reason I say this is because there isn't any flexibility or mechanism that you can adjust the fit of this earbud. So what you get out of the box is what you get out of the box. So from my test wearing this on my ears, the OpenRock S2 fits slightly far away from my ear and it's like sitting like this away from my ear, especially when I use it with my glasses on. This ultimately makes the earbuds a bit softer and doesn't sound as dynamic as I wish it would. And this is not something that I can fix because pushing the earbuds into my ears a little bit sounds great and it becomes louder. However, when I let go, it just bounces back out slightly away from my ears. And with that said, I think these earbuds, especially in the AAC mode, doesn't sound as nice or as dynamic as it would compared to the high-res LDAC codec. So bass on these earbuds could also be better, and although OpenRock says that this has bass direct technology, it doesn't seem to provide a satisfying enough bass for me and it kind of sounds quite flat. And with all those above said, the OpenRock S2 comes in at a price point of 98 US dollars or around 420 Malaysia ringgit. So what do you think about the pricing from OpenRock? If you find value in what you hear and like what you see so far, do subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell so the YouTube algorithm can pick this up. And if you want to buy these earbuds, do check out my links below. So sound quality wise, it really depends on the EQ that you choose and how you adjust it, and you're going to get wildly different sound signatures with the S2. And I'm going to review this from the perspective of the Rock EQ, which is the default, and also in AAC mode. And from my test, sound quality is a little flat-ish, and I used to say that this is typical to this type of earbuds, but I'm curious if half-in-ear earbuds or clip-style earbuds can have good sound quality and dynamic sound, then this shouldn't be any different, because the drivers here could also be bigger than typical earbuds. So the sub-bass performance isn't pleasing and it doesn't have that rumbling deep bass, and in most cases it sounded kinda underwhelming. It doesn't quite generate the sub-bass notes in doing it right, so no rumble here with these earbuds. Mid-bass is also pretty flat. If you would imagine kicking a cardboard box, then it's something like that. The mids here is great, has a slightly recessed which gives you a warmer sound tonality. You can slightly hear it's on the verge of being muffled but doesn't get there yet. Highs here are good as you get clear separations on the high notes, and it could be tuned a little brighter. It's not the sparkliest, but you do get to tune them a little bit from the app. Boosting the highs does sound like it has the potential to be brighter, but it starts to get a little bit jumbled up. So when I switch up to high-res mode, so if you have a compatible device, you will see high-res mode over there in the app. You can audibly hear the mids and highs tighten up. Unfortunately, still no luck with the bass here even in high-res mode, as it's still pretty much the same, but in high-res mode you get audibly better mid vocals, which is now sitting in a more center plane. Highs is slightly improved but not significant, and it still has that warm signature, but still doesn't sound bright enough for me to say that this is a great high-res sound signature. So this is a test to see if the OpenRock S2 is a good earbuds for making phone calls. So this is me speaking in a relatively quiet environment, and this is the call quality that you can expect. So what I'm going to do now is to turn on a simulated background noise so you can hear a difference. So now there's a simulated background noise playing in the background, and this is the call quality that you can expect from these earbuds. So what do you think of the call quality? Let me know in the comment section down below. So let's talk about the design of these earbuds, and I think OpenRock makes really high quality earbuds, previously with the X and now with the S2. And the case here is nice and high quality. You get smooth plastic, smooth matte black plastic here. It's black, but you do see speckles of like paint flicked onto it, which makes it look a lot more premium. And you get also a mirrored OpenRock branding at the front here, and the LED at the front also tells you the battery level of the case, as well as a Type-C port on the right of the case. So the lid here opens up nice and firm, and it also holds itself open. It feels really solid, no movement at all, and it also doesn't have any rubber piece here to hug the earbuds inside. So let's talk a little bit about the earbuds, and it sits nicely inside the case as you would any hook style earbuds. The earbuds are light, very comfortable to wear, more comfortable than any clip style earbuds or half in-ear earbuds that I own. You do get a control module at the back here with the OpenRock branding, and also a small button at the bottom here to control the earbuds, so you just click on it and it will control the earbuds. I think the bridge here is soft, but it feels really flaccid since it lacks any adjustability mechanism. These earbuds either fit you or they don't, and I realized that these earbuds don't sit on my ears that flush, and it floats a little bit away from my ears, making it less loud and less dynamic overall, and I have to use it with louder volume. So it's probably because of my ears or my glasses, but it might fit you differently. So behind here, you're gonna get a nice speaker grill that hides a 12mm driver inside, which I hope could pump out a little bit more bass. So from a volume perspective, I get to a comfortable listening volume at around 25% volume. And for me, without volume limiter turned on, I can still move towards 100% volume. And yes, it does feel loud, but this is at maximum volume and I can still listen to it at this level with no problem at all. Note that playing at maximum volume most of the time also drains your battery quicker. So let's talk about the OpenRock app, and at the homepage here, you're going to get a picture of your new earbuds along with the battery percentage of both the earbuds and the case. Below that is an EQ selector with 3 presets and also a manual 7-band EQ to play around with. Below that is also a maximum volume limiter, overuse timer settings, and if you use a device that supports LDAC, you're also going to see a high-res mode toggle, and once you enable this, it turns off the multi-point as well. Below that, you can remap your controls, turn on spatial sound, and adjust the volume balance, as well as a multi-point control. And you can also find your earbuds and update your firmware. So there isn't any dedicated low latency or gaming mode on these earbuds, and I was hoping that Bluetooth 6 would play a role in lowering the latency of these earbuds, but when playing games like PUBG, you do notice some delay. It's not major, but still noticeably lacking behind the visuals. Fortunately, watching movies and videos on this is good. Anyways, let's take a look at the latency performance of these earbuds. So I really wish that these earbuds provided a much better sound quality, especially in the bass department. And I noticed that this earbuds works best in its high-res audio configuration, and it sounds great, but that also means that you need a device that supports the LDAC codec. So with that, I do wish that OpenRock could tune the sound quality in the future update of these earbuds. And if you also want to check out another option for an open-ear earbuds, the Transmart OpenFly 2 Pro here is a great option that you should also check out. Or if you want to also check out another video on my channel, click right over here and I'll see you over at those videos.